When you're afraid of losing a woman, relationships, this is no longer normal. This is either the problem is with your character, distrust of a woman, or the second reason. This is a woman who creates such conditions for you, not to trust her. Fear loss creates unnecessary emotions, and this perhaps the most common reason why men lose initiative in relationships. When you're afraid of losing your girlfriend relationship, you don't live but only you exist with your negative thoughts. And the worst thing is to constantly be in this negative state when it seems like you love yours the girl and you appreciate her, but on the other hand, some part of you tells you no to her. You can't trust, you can't enjoy your relationship if you're afraid that she can leave you at any time moment. If you're afraid that she might exchanging you for another man. This video I would like to divide into two small parts. First part, tell us about the most common reasons. Why are men afraid of losing theirs? Woman in relationship. Second half of the video I wanted to focus on how don't be afraid of losing your woman or the girl who introduces you. Value, why it is important not to be afraid. Lose your woman just because reason to feel great if you feel like you can control the process. Control yourself because you understand that the sun is turning out the way you wanted. Would also significantly reduce the likelihood that a woman you will leave. If you don't have this fear losses, if you are not afraid to lose, you make a woman, both yourself and her, a favor, and you have huge advantages. No, allow yourself to feel this fear in relationships because with this fear, you will not solve anything and you can't change anything. The irony of fear of loss women is that you are afraid or not. I can leave you anyway, but you need to understand that fear of loss is not you will keep a woman next to you. On the contrary, it increases the chances that it will go away. If you constantly think that she can leave in the relationship where I was most afraid of losing my woman. And what happened over time was fear tends to make excuses, especially the one who is connected with other people is yours. Your brain is your negative thinking itself will lead you to this. Do you want it or not? Here are 5 common reasons why men are afraid that their woman is from them. The first reason men think will leave themselves not interesting enough and attractive. This is more of a problem self-esteem than your wife. You can accidentally start a relationship with her or put some effort into it, but not work on self-esteem in relationships. And if you consider yourself a failure next to her, you will be afraid of her. Lose if you walk down the street hand in hand with your girlfriend, but you feel that you are perceived as an idiot next to her. Then it says, what's wrong with your self-esteem? Clearly something is wrong. Sooner or later you wouldn't hide it, but your girlfriend will notice your low self-esteem discomfort. She will understand what you think, myself loser. She can silently lose to you're interested in her. Maybe even there won't be any way to deal with this. It makes sense for her to continue with a man who considers himself a loser, in general point of view, to be in a relationship with a woman. It doesn't matter which one, you need to have slightly elevated self-esteem. If you go there with low self-esteem, you'll just waste time on a relationship that will destroy yours. Self-esteem is even stronger. If you are not ready, you feel mentally uncomfortable around. It's better not to even start anything, but if you are alone, you have time to boost self-esteem after all alone. This is the easiest thing to do. Second reason. Why are men afraid of losing theirs? Woman, he had a negative scenario in the past. Men often have a different scenario relationships from the past. Think what it is maybe in every new one relationships. It is important to understand that each woman individual. If your ex was being a bitch doesn't mean yours is real. Same, never compare the past experience with the present, but need from the past experience to learn some lesson. Otherwise you create new ones with your own fear problems. If a girl has already left you, this doesn't mean what you say at all. The present will go away, but there is no need for this. Get hung up and think that everything will happen. Likewise, don't reinforce your fear. Past relationship experiences. If you are afraid, it means they didn't draw enough conclusions. See those situations that happened before, analyze past relationships, and understand why they left you. Maybe you haven't reached the next level after the breakup. Therefore, the sun can repeat again. Try it. Why men are afraid of losing their girlfriend. They think she's too beautiful and sexy for yourself. If you have the idea that she's too good for you, then your brain will constantly generate the idea that it is valuable a woman. and you need to try to hold her with all possible strength. Although it's simple deception, not valuable, she is nothing like that. She, just like other women, may be more sympathetic, and if she's with you, it means she found it in yours personality, something attractive, and talk to her as if she were normal. Don't treat her like she's your own princess. Otherwise, she will understand that you inflates it. Importance, she will be unpleasant that you constantly flatter her. Fourth reason, why are men afraid of losing theirs? He has already done a lot to the woman side of your relationship is because you spent a lot of effort on it. You don't want to lose money and nerves that you have invested a lot of effort. Your task is to understand it. Doesn't matter how much you spent. We need to look at relationships more simply. In any case, what you spent your energy and resources for this. These are your problems. But perceive any relationship, no matter how much you didn't invest. It's easier not to overestimate the importance of a woman, even if spent a lot of effort. Fifth reason, why are men afraid of losing a woman? She creates the conditions for you to be afraid. Often it's jealousy. She's trying to make you jealous and you lead to. She's the one who makes it seem like she's important, not only to you, but also to other men. She trying to cause jealousy, and it's almost always works because it seems that this is unacceptable. And when she makes you jealous and starts to be afraid, lose her because you are no longer exclude the fact that she can from you leave. And the more you get jealous, the more your jealousy will be inadequate. First, you react to obvious things you could see with your own eyes. Later, you begin to suspect her of something that is not. It comes to the point where you stop it at shop or work. You start instruct her to stay at home. Try not to pay attention to it that she's trying to make you jealous, because jealousy in 99% of cases is illusion. What to do if you are afraid? Lose your woman or girl with whom you communicate. You have two options: either try change this feeling inside yourself, or option number 2, to leave the relationship. If you yourself are afraid of her for no reason, you need to change yourself and stop making yourself feel negative scenario. Develop your mind. Develop a stable psyche so as not to be afraid. If she herself creates such conditions constantly that you are afraid of losing her, it's better to leave such a relationship. If she creates discomfort, even at the stage relationship, what will happen when she woman will become your wife if she loves? On the contrary, it must constantly wait for you from feelings that you might lose her. If a woman desires a loving relationship, she will constantly convince you otherwise that you can trust and be sure that she will not leave. She will prove this is through your actions, your worthy behavior. If you constantly have a bad fear of loss and it's because of her behavior, that means you already have her lost, because she's not enough of you, appreciates, and most likely does not like friends. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.